First and foremost, I want to appreciate Mr. Coach Solomon and Coach Mustafa for inviting me here today to speak to you guys. Just to make sure I have everybody's attention, I want to do a call and response that is originated from West Africa and Swahili. So when I call I go, which means attention, you guys shall call Ame, which means attention is given. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. Thank you very much. Now I know that y'all have attention. So now I'm going to speak a little bit more about Change for 100 that's been briefly talked about. I'm sorry, I like to walk around when I speak. I like to walk around. One second. Let me take this jacket off. Let me get comfortable. Appreciate it. So I go to school with Bill Mayfield. He's a peer of mine, so he's been there when I started Change for 100. He was there when I was going through my struggles of getting students to be in my program and get tutors to help students who are academically failing. And I'm proud to be here today to speak about the successes of my program. So I started Change for 100 in the 10th grade, and I'm currently a senior at Madison Park Academy. When I started my program, I started off and I was playing football. I was playing football for Madison Park Academy. And so what made me change my mindset to want to be an entrepreneur or a businessman is I was awarded an opportunity to travel abroad. So I went to Wyoming, it's across the country. And I basically did a 30-day hiking course, which changed my whole mentality. And every day I had this idea floating around in my head of a peer-to-peer mentoring program. And so that's all I could think about. So I basically constructed my idea and talked to my teammates and the instructors and crafted my idea. And so when I came back, that's what I wanted to do. I knew, that I wanted to move forward with Change for 100. And it took me some time to encourage my coach to just let me follow through with my idea. And it kind of hurt him a little bit that I wanted to, do my organization instead of playing football, but it was a decision that I had to make. And so I started this program with my football team at Madison Park Academy. It was our first year playing, if I remember, and we had a problem. Half our team were academically failing, so we were ineligible to play games. We had to forfeit games. Bill, you remember that? We had to forfeit half our games, and it was ugly. I know some of y'all football players could imagine how it is to forfeit a game knowing that you're going to play your hardest and win that game. And, this hurt me, and so it took me a while to encourage the 4.0 students that are on campus, honor roll students, to tutor students who are on our team. And not only was it 4.0 students that were on our campus, but there were 4.0 students who were on our football team. We have failing students, and we also have students who are academically succeeding. So my idea was to encourage the 4.0 students to tutor and find some time in their schedule to come and dedicate to helping students who are academically failing. And I got them. I got a few of the 4.0 students on our team to tutor every day. My football coach, he made it mandatory for students to attend study hall twice a week, an hour before school. He made us do that every day. We did that throughout the semester, and fortunately, we were able to play football, and everybody was eligible. So when I talk about sports, to the athletes, I know sometimes, just like myself, I was an athlete. I ran track for Madison Park. I also played football. I was a running back and I was a cornerback. Academics, can be very, very important, and I know it's hard for some of us to take that serious. And for those who know, what does it take to be in the NFL? How many of y'all do I have in here want to be in the NFL in the future? It's quite a lot of you. It's a lot of you. It's a lot of you. How do you think you're going to even be recruited to be in the NFL? What are they looking for? What are colleges looking for? Can I get somebody to tell me what college they're looking for? Yes, sir.
Stand up.
Say it again.
T-Rex.
Say it loud, please.
Grades.
He said grades, grades. How many of you are familiar with the word grades when it comes to sports? Okay? I know for some teams there are a minimum GPA, sometimes it's 2.5, it might be a 3.0, which is the GPA to even reach the honor roll. And within my organization, our goal is to get all of our students to be on honor roll throughout the school year. All right? Thank you. So there's a few topics that I want to talk about today. Number one is leadership. Number two is defining moments. And number three, which is most important, is education. All right? So leadership. I discovered that there are many different values of being a leader. A leader must not be lonely. Why? Because a leader won't leave anyone behind. He or she has an army of people who want to eventually become leaders and reach the top. So I want to talk about this point a little bit. I said he or she has an army of people who want to eventually become leaders and reach the top. So that army that I'm talking about is your team. So think about that army as being your team. If you have students on your team who are failing and you're passing your classes, oh, I'm sorry, I think I have to do a call and response because I see some people talking in the back. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry, I kind of lost track of my thought. But so I was talking about the army. I'm sorry. So the army and team. If you have students on your team who are academically failing, and you know that you can lend a hand to make them eligible to play football and get that championship and win games, please do so. Please do so. Leadership is the willingness to put oneself at risk. Leadership is the passion to make a difference with others. Leadership is being dissatisfied with your current reality. Now I want to glorify this last point of being dissatisfied with your current reality, which means that your inner self knows that you can do better. It means that you know that you can reach the honor roll. It means that you know that you can get that touchdown. It means that you know that you can make that catch, or you can make that throw, or you can hike the ball to the quarterback in perfect time, right? It means that you're dissatisfied with the current reality that you're in. So I have three keywords, and I have customized definitions of my own for these three words. Number one is initiative, which means you have to get up to go up. Number two, sacrifice. You have to give up to go up. And number three, maturity. You have to grow up to also go up, right? Now moving on to my second topic, which is defining moments. Defining moment. What is a defining moment? Does anybody know what a defining moment is, if I may ask? Anybody? Okay.
Defining moment with Bill, like I was saying, was when we was at the championship game and he basically couldn't play because of his grades. That was the defining moment in his life. And I think that woke him up and he turned it around. That's like a defining moment.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Coach. Appreciate that. Right. So a defining moment can be personal failures, making a sacrifice, or being asked to forgive, or also being asked to forgive. So how you handle your defining moment is what matters most. So just like as Coach said, when Bill wasn't able to play, it was how he handled it. He said that it changed him. He said that it made him want to do better with his academics. So that's how you're supposed to handle that defining moment. For example, it wasn't easy leading 4.0 students to tutor 4 to 5 hours a week. You know, it took encouragement to get these students to want to follow me and help and lend a hand. Your defining moments are intersections for life, which will determine who you will become. The defining moment will change you no matter what. It may be forward, it may be backward, but you must choose wisely. I'm talking to the athletes. I'm talking to the athletes. That defining moment will change you no matter what. It may be forward or it may be backward, but make sure you choose wisely. Now my last topic I want to talk about is education. Education is very important. I've worked late nights and early mornings building my organization's foundation, a foundation that has a culture of improving academic skills and bettering our leaders. Our program has students who have enrolled with the GPA below honor roll and graduated our program with being on honor roll consistently throughout the school year. So I have a quote here by a man named John Maxwell. He's a very successful entrepreneur and an author. This note is, progress does not occur without change. I'm gonna say it again. Progress does not occur without change, which means that you will not improve if you do not change. You will not get better if you change something. If you change waking up early and getting to school on time, if you change making a sacrifice, putting the game controller down, and finishing that homework assignment.
All right.
And so yeah, y'all, so that's my topics right there. And I want to end this off saying thank you to Minister Mustafa and Coach Solomon and the Junior Raiders for having me here to speak today. Thank you. Appreciate it.